Twice just hit their 5th year anniversary, making them one of the senior groups in the industry. Since getting their start in 2015, they have been the most commercially successful Korean girl group of all time with 9 million total sales. But before their worldwide dominance, and before they made you feel special wanting more and more, before the 9 girls were global superstars, there were 16 of them, on a small survival show fittingly named 16. And although the show itself wasn't the most commercially successful survival show, it has evolved to become the show with the most successful alumni to come from a survival show. But to understand what made 16 so special, we have to go back. No, wait, that's too far. Stop. Right here. Early in 2014, JYP had 2 prominent girl groups, Wonder Girls and Miss A. Wonder Girls was at the tail end of their career, with the departures of megastar and now soloist Sunmi, and departure of Sohee to follow her acting dreams. The future of Wonder Girls was met with a lot of uncertainty. Hatfelt would also follow suit and focus on her solo career. All the attention was turned to Miss A. In 2015, Suzy and the girls of Miss A had a great single in Only You, but their album Colors as a whole only managed to come away with a mere 12,000 sales. With Suzy wanting to focus on her acting career and the Chinese members, well, looking to dip, Miss A was put on an indefinite hiatus until eventual disbandment. JYP needed to fill the void left by Wonder Girls and Miss A. This new girl group was going to be JYP's biggest debut in years. He needed something big that would draw the attention of the nation to his new girl group. JYP was to debut a group called 6 Mix, but this was cancelled in early 2015. This is where he came up with the idea for his survival reality show, a show where JYP himself would guide the show. Now, survival shows are not new at all.
진심이야?
Well, just in the last year in 2014, Monsta X had No Mercy, iKON and Winner had Mix and Match, but nothing as expensive or promoted as 16. Also nothing that had such a diverse cast, featuring 3 Japanese contestants, 1 Thai contestant, 1 Taiwanese contestant, and 1 Korean-Canadian contestant. So who exactly were the contestants of 16, and where are they now? Well, first, all of the former members of 6 Mix were added to the show. Im Na-yeon, Yoo Chang-yeon, Japanese contestant Minato Sana, Park Ji-hyo, and Song Min-young. Additionally, we had Japanese contestant Hirai Momo, Japanese-American Mioi Mina, Park Ji-won, Kim Ta-hyun, Sun Chae-young, Taiwanese contestant Cho Tsui, sisters Lee Chae-young and Chae Ryung, Kim Un-so, Korean-Canadian Chon So-mi, and Thai contestant Nati. And of these, 7 girls would be chosen to debut in the girl group twice. Yeah, you heard me right. 7 members. How it works is in each ranking episode, the girls would be sorted to either a major or minor team. The major team had 7 girls. If you were on this team in the final episode, you would debut in twice. And well, the remaining girls would be sorted on the minor team and would be in danger of elimination. And this is what happened to all the girls, sorted by order of professional debut. The girls Na-yeon, Jonghyun, Sana, Jihyo, Mina, Taeyeon, and of course, Taeyoung were chosen as the final team major and would graduate to debut as twice. But wait, what about Tsui and Momo? Well, Tsui was actually meant to be eliminated in the final episode as she was on the minor team. However, JYP stated, due to the viewers' choice and opinion, she was miraculously added to the final lineup.
쯔위 양을 추가하기로 했습니다.
네, 시청자의 선택으로 트와이스에 합류하게 된 멤버 쯔위 양입니다. 축하합니다. 네.
She debuted as the maknae and visual of Twice. And finally, we had Hirai Momo. Momo had an interesting situation. She was actually eliminated way back in episode 6.
모모야.
4 episodes before the finale. However, she was brought back in an incredible, unpredictable reversal. JYP brought back Momo because he saw how great of a dancer and how hard of a worker she was.
춤과 퍼포먼스를 보여줄 모모를 선정했습니다.
네, 트와이스에 합류하게 된 마지막 멤버는 모모 양입니다. 자, 이렇게 해서 트와이스 9명의 멤버가 완성됐습니다. 모두 무대 위로 올라.
She debuted as the main dancer and sub-rapper of Twice. And these were all the members of Twice. Next to debut was Chon So-mi. At 14 years old, she was one of the most popular contestants on 16. However, she was eliminated in the final episode but chose to stay with JYP Entertainment. She went on as the sole JYP representative in the insanely popular survival show Produce 101. Somi was easily the most popular contestant on the show, finishing first place and eventually debuting with IOI at 15 years old in May of 2016, less than a year after 16. IOI was a very successful but temporary group. After the disbandment of IOI, she was set to debut in ITZY, JYP's newest girl group. However, due to reasons that are still unclear till now, she left JYP and joined the black label under YG Entertainment. She then debuted again as a solo artist in June of 2019. That's 4 years after 16, all before even graduating high school. And meanwhile, the rest of us are crying in student debt and watching reruns of The Office for the 5th time. Anyways, Park Ji-won was noted for her strong, powerful vocals, but unfortunately was eliminated in the 5th elimination episode of 16. Eventually, she made her way onto yet another survival show, Idol School. She was in the top 9 for the entirety of the show except for one episode, but eventually winning 6th place in Idol School and finally debuting in January of 2018 as the main vocalist of Fromus 9. 2.5 years after 16. Now, Fromus 9 had a rocky start in the beginning, but are now a legitimate popular group in the industry, selling 107,000 in their last 2 albums. Lee Taeyeon, the older of the Lee sisters, in my opinion had the craziest journey to debut. Taeyeon was noted for her great fluid and technical dancing, but unfortunately was eliminated in the first elimination episode of 16. She left JYP Entertainment to sign with WN Entertainment, and she then joined yet another survival show, Produce 48. This would be Chaeyeon's 3rd survival show, as she was also on K-Pop Star 3 in 2013. Chaeyeon proved herself to be easily the best dancer in the competition by miles. She was consistently ranked among the top 12 and seemed like she was a shoo-in for debut for IZ*ONE, but in the final episode, 11 names were announced, and there was no mention of Lee Taeyeon. It seemed as if her idol dreams would be dashed for the 3rd time in a row, sparking this response from 2nd place winner Sakura.
一緒にデビューしたいです
네, 2등을 차지한 미야키 사쿠라 연습생은 이채연 연습생에게 고마움을 전했습니다.
However, the final member was finally announced after what seemed like hours of suspense. Lee Taeyeon won 12th place in Produce 48, and she finally debuted as the main dancer of IZ*ONE. This was in October of 2018, 3 years after 16. Days later, in their first music show, IZ*ONE was pitted against Fromus 9. Twice was also present as the show's MCs, and IZ*ONE won their first music show, giving us this touching Sweet 16 reunion. Next set to debut was the younger Lee sister, Lee Chaeryung. There must be something up with the Lee family because both of them are great dancers. So Chaeryung made it to the final elimination round in 16, but unfortunately did not make the top 7. After the departure of Somi, she became the last 16 contestant to remain with JYP. However, her future was pretty much set in stone as she was chosen to debut with ITZY. In February of 2019, Chaeryung debuted as the main dancer of ITZY, 3.5 years after 16. And of course, it's an understatement to say ITZY has been phenomenal. They are the future of girl groups in the industry. Shortly after her debut, we got this sweet Lee sister reunion. And finally, in what felt like a decade, we have possibly the last contestant to make their professional debut with Nati. Nati was a strong contestant and a capable dancer. She was also the youngest contestant, only 12 years old when the show started. She made it very far, but was unfortunately eliminated in the final episode. In 2017, she left JYP and joined another survival show, Idol School, along with Park Ji-won In one episode, we were gifted with this reunion with Twice's Mina and Momo.
이렇게 많아 오늘.
And although Natty started off very strong in idol school, she was eliminated once again in the final episode, finishing at rank 13. And for 3 years, Natty pretty much disappeared. It was very doubtful that she would ever debut at all. But many of her fans never gave up hope. Finally, in April of 2020, it was announced that she would make her solo debut under Swing Entertainment. She finally debuted in May of 2020 at 17 years old, almost 5 years after 16. So out of the 16 girls, 14 had their professional debut, leaving us with 2 names, Sang Minyoung and Kim Eun-so. Now, Minyoung was one of the original members of Six Mix and was just about to have her debut until it was cancelled by 16. She was noted for her amazing vocals but was eliminated in the final round. She left JYP shortly after saying, "I will be pursuing my dreams somewhere else. I haven't given up." It's rumored she returned back to her home in Washington State to continue her studies. It's improbable that she'll be making a professional debut soon, which is a shame because she's definitely got some pipes. But then again, nothing is impossible. Lastly is Kim Eun-so. Eun-so was eliminated in episode 4 of 16. Shortly after she left JYP, she then joined idol school with Park Ji-won and Natty. She reached the final episode, but unfortunately, she was eliminated at 14th place. Since then, she's remained outside the professional spotlight. She still continues to dance, but it is unclear if she will debut in the near future. She is still only 19, so she still has time to make one last final push to becoming an idol. And, well, these are the contestants of 16. Now, the show itself wasn't an amazing, monumental success, but the alumni to come out of the show have come to have some of the most illustrious careers in the industry, giving us 4 amazing sister groups, if you will, and 2 soloists, Twice, Fromus9, IZ*ONE, ITZY, Somi, and Natty. 14 out of the 16 girls debuted. That's an 87.5%. Not sure if any other survival show can boast such a high contestant success rate. So what do you guys think? Are you guys happy with the way these girls' careers turned out? Do you think Jiwon or Minyoung would have been great on Twice? Would Somi or Taeyeon have been a good fit for ITZY? Or do you think Natty or Eun-so would have thrived in Fromus9?